Dranda Games is standard Spiel 2024. Will, what are you showing off at Dranda Games? Because if you've been following us, we were pretty hyped about a couple of their big releases. So show us what's going on.
I think you've got every right to be hyped about something.
Yeah, right. I think you're right.
We've got Galactic Cruise from Kinston Key Games. We're doing the localization to English, and we've got Paul Grogan doing the show of it off. So he's doing the rules in the afternoon. Amazing.
These lucky folks here,
isn't it? Just
yeah.
Now, clearly, just by looking at it, you can tell straight away Ian O'Toole did the design.
Yeah, you can, absolutely.
This is their first game ever, right?
It's ambitious.
It's very ambitious. They have put their life's work in the last 5 years into getting this to the table and to be what they want. They've made the game they want.
Yeah.
That's why everything is like super good.
Yes.
The inserts are absolutely stunning. The player inserts are little kind of spaceship-shaped ones.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
So everything goes down in these bits here.
These components are insane.
The neoprene mat is nuts, right?
It's so good.
If when you're looking at the neoprene mat, these sit in here and there are gaps where they sit in so they don't move around. So they're doing all of that. And obviously that leads to a great variability. So this is a simple setup. As we know, most businesses aren't that well designed.
Yes.
Okay. This is a perfect design for a perfect Galactic Cruise business.
Right.
But obviously in the real world, the things might not be next to each other, which you want the actions which kind of tie into each other.
Okay.
So once you've played it as the basic setup from here, you can mix up these tiles, put them out in a different way, and they pair up in different ways, and you've got a completely different puzzle to play as. And that's just the first level of variability.
Fantastic. And in Galactic Cruise, Will, what's the aim of the game? What's the objective?
Well, the guy who runs Galactic Cruise is about to retire. In 3 years' time, he's had it all. He's got his money. He's been the face. He's going somewhere else. All right. You four, the people playing, are the next people potentially to take his spot. So you're going to go through 3 annual general meetings.
Yeah, three AGMs.
Where you'll be shown off and you'll be looked at how well you've done towards their corporate goals.
Yeah.
So suck up to the big bosses.
Exactly.
You're more likely to get there. But the other thing that's important is they send people into space.
Good to know.
The more people you send into space, the happier the business is.
You're sending millionaires into space.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well, it's supposed to be the everyday people.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
There are families, there are adventurous types, and there's people who just want to chill.
Oh, okay, nice.
I mean, it's not going to be cheap, let's face it.
No,
but they're acting like 3 types of workers.
Nice.
Each of those workers goes to different locations, and they're going to give you new abilities to change how your game plays.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's clearly worker placement.
Yes.
You can bump people as you play. So when you place your worker down, if someone's there, they'll go back and they'll get a kickback off their
I like worker bumping. That's cool.
And also you can upgrade what you fund back during the game. So you can go from 1 up to 2 and basically then kind of specialise in a certain thing and get more stuff.
Nice.
There's a different goal for experts because obviously guys in white coats are important. Why else would I not?
They're in fashion.
Yeah, they are very much in fashion.
Yeah.
Clearly, this meeple was based on me.
Based on there you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. They are. So this has been it's funded already. You can late pledge now, right?
You can late pledge still, yeah.
Fantastic. And then is this representative of the final product?
This is basically the final prototype. We've only had this a matter of weeks.
Wow.
This is basically what it would look like when it comes in. There's the extra deluxe stuff with the ones.
The extra deluxe bits.
We've even got the expansion stuff that I haven't even looked at yet.
Wow.
Which adds like more twisted stuff into it. It's very much a Lacerda level game.
Okay, so heavyweight.
Yeah, but it's the narrative draws through. I love teaching a game where
I agree.
The story and the mechanics just match together.
We love that at the show. And we've got those Euro-style mechanisms, but with a purpose.
Yeah, it draws you in. And then you understand what they are because it makes sense.
You could, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, should we have a look? What else have we got going on?
Next one is the big one for the Essen over here, which is obviously Navoria.
Explorers of Navoria.
Absolutely. For Explorers of Navoria, okay, I'll tell you what the game's about first.
Let's do it. What is it about?
You are like the people who live in Navoria.
Yeah.
And overnight, 3 continents have just popped up around Navoria.
They just appeared.
It's just magic.
Oh, wow, okay.
Navoria stuff happens, right?
Okay.
the guys in the town square are not very happy about this.
Right.
So they're like, well, we better go and look what's in case there's a threat coming.
Yeah.
So they hire some people from around the world to get groups together to go and explore Navoria.
Okay.
So you're hiring 5 different types of people. You've got at the top explorers, they're the purple cards.
Yeah.
You've got merchants because the world runs on commerce. And then you've got soldiers because military.
Yeah, of course.
Eventually. You've also got artisans and builders.
Nice.
Now, what Navoria is at its core is a group of really interesting mechanics put together where everything attaches to everything else.
Nice.
I'd probably say Gateway Plus for the game itself.
Love that.
I love how there's no kind of quick way to speed up the game.
Okay.
It's a certain length and you know it's that length.
Yeah.
Some games you can be that person who cuts it off early and everyone's like, "Boom, I nearly did, what a big thing."
There's a fixed length.
Yeah, there is a fixed length game. And that just makes it more friendly.
I know there is like a bag pulling element and then also a token placement element
Absolutely.
as well, right?
So you're pulling 2 tokens from a bag.
Yeah.
You're going to choose one of the 2 colours you've got, and you'll take a card from that colour, and you'll put it into your tableau.
Nice.
So your tableau building, your board card drawing, whatever you don't draw goes in the middle. And later on, instead of drawing from the bag, you're allowed to take from the middle. So there's that lovely point in the game where you can see there's 3 tokens out of 1 colour. There are no other blue tokens in the bag.
Right.
You're thinking, I really need one of those blue tokens, but it's just the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Are they going to last the full turn? And I don't know about you, but I just get really nervous at that point.
Turn anxiety. Yeah.
I'm
Turn
like,
angst.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
am I going to get there? But then you've got to plan other ways. You can see there's only 1 yellow, so I'm probably not going to get that. There's only 1 left there. And then there's all the other things that work with it. Because you're exploring Navoria, you're moving these little dudes along these tracks. But what you're actually doing when you're moving these things, you're exploring. If you get to the end, you get a bonus point. At the end of each round, if you're the furthest explored, you get more points.
Oh, cool.
But the builders will put little houses down. When you put a house down, that means when your explorer goes back, he doesn't have to go all the way back. So you've got
it goes
less
back-
distance.
yeah, that's
so
cool.
So you can move a bit faster. Then when you put them out, the resources you put here. So if you want to supply the forest land, you need 1 of each of the 3 resources. You'll get this as a bonus, but for every building you get out, you get more of a bonus.
Wow. Nice.
Because you're sending more stuff over. So everything's feeding into itself.
Yeah.
And I've not even mentioned the expansion.
Little
It adds huge
combos and
variability.
bonuses.
Asymmetry and everything
also,
else.
This is such a stunning looking game. And
Isn't
like,
it?
And like, I suppose, with Galactic Cruise, it makes sense with the mechanisms you are exploring. So it's encouraging you to go to new spaces.
Absolutely. Everything. Again, there's a narrative there. Something Dranda loves is putting a story into their games.
Yeah, fantastic stuff.
I literally, on my Instagram, went through all the character cards and wrote a story and named all the cute little characters.
Nice.
Because they're just too cute. Not to.
It's a beautiful design.
And
dude. It's an absolutely stunning design.
it's stunning. And I mean,
is
the
this
fact you've
out-
got these tin races.
And this is out now?
This is literally just come to Kickstarter.
Just
It's all
come to
landed.
Kickstarter.
We've got some here. It goes into retail probably by the end of the year, just around Christmas time.
Yeah.
But the Kickstarter stuff is going into people's hands over these next 2 weeks.
So it's pretty hot. Get
it's
your
very
hands
hot.
on it while you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
the next thing we've got is something we haven't talked about much, which is a little sneaky preview.
Sneak preview.
So-
Let's go.
so here we go.
Let's go.
We love a sneaky preview, don't we?
Well, I love a sneaky preview.
This is
Will.
the stuff we haven't been putting out. This is our classics.
The classics.
So this is where it all started with
Solar Storm,
Aidan
Solar Sphere.
designing Solar Storm.
Hey, what's up,
legend. Then moving on to Solar Sphere, which I got a card in that as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
So I'm one of the cards in there. We've got Isle of Trains. Again, Aidan loves the basic game. So when he heard this was up for grabs, he grabbed it. And then we got old Dunstan and Alla's Pioneer Rails.
Fabulous stuff.
Absolutely solid. So,
Solid lineup
pass
for
the
Dranda
banner with
Games,
this
Josh.
handsome chap on.
Solid lineup. So we've got Lost Lights, did you
Lost
say?
Lights is the German name for this game. Now, there is a potential IP issue, so we're changing the name to Lost Lumina. It's basically a 20-minute dudes on a map. Shall I come round to you, sir?
Come round to me, Will.
Yeah, I'll come round to you, sir. 20
minutes dude on the map. Dudes on the
Basically,
map.
20 minutes dude on a map. You've got a little drafting mechanism at the start of the game where you're drawing 2 cards, keeping one and passing it to your partner, or to their opponent. You're going to have 10 cards each.
Yeah.
Those cards have, at the top, a power, so a strength, and underneath it, they have how many actions they can take. Down at the bottom is a special power, okay, which normally kicks in combat. In fact, they all do.
Yeah.
If you can wipe your opponent off the board, you've won.
Okay.
So it's dudes on the map.
Yeah.
Or it's area control if you run out of cards.
Nice.
You've only got 10 cards. You could get 10 turns, but you use a card to combat as well. So it could be as minimum as 5 turns each.
Love that.
So it speeds through.
2 players as well, right?
Yeah, it's only
So,
2 players,
2-player.
which is why it's in a nice little Cosmos size box to make it easier.
2-player, 10-minute dudes on a map, area
exactly.
control game. Love that as a concept.
Aggressive, but works really well. And we've literally, this is going on to Kickstarter in January.
So this is a prototype?
Yeah,
Or-
this is, no, it
or this
came
is
out in
early
German.
stage? So
This is a localization.
Localization therein.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic.
But so cute, beautiful artwork.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic
And
stuff.
then, like, again, there's a story behind it. The narrative's quite cute.
Yeah.
It's basically there's 2 factions fighting over trying to bring the magic back to this world.
Aw.
So it's like,
and who doesn't want to do that?
The magic has been lost, hence they are lost lights. Now,
This one was one of my picks for this shop.
Oh,
So,
as it should be.
well, as was Navoria actually, but this one especially.
Right. Who doesn't love a bit of biopunk stuff?
Nobody doesn't love bio. Everyone loves biopunk.
This Elvis-y dude up here, right? Drawn beautifully by the Miko, right?
Love the Miko's artwork, by the
Isn't
way.
it?
Incredible. Love it.
I do feel like board game royalty now, as he's drawn me into this game.
Oh, cool.
So that's just like,
in every game, Will.
I mean,
What is this?
I did it to start with because I knew the guys and I won a competition. That's how I got to know them. And now I work for them.
Nice.
So it's like crazy. But as it being in this game,
Yeah, that's correct.
clearly,
There he is.
if you're worried, if you're thinking where the little birds disappeared to, he flew away earlier. So he was on my shoulder earlier, but
he's gone.
lost him now. He's going. He's having a little flap about somewhere up there.
Talk to us about Mutagen. What is this game?
We've got worker placement as the basics for it, okay? Worker placement and resource gathering. Each space you've got a number of spaces in there, but there are 4 types of worker.
Love it.
You've got the engineer. They concentrate on building. You've got the spy. They influence people. That's what spies do. There's the thug. He likes to bully people into giving you more products. There's one last thing. It's the robot.
Oh,
the
yeah.
robot can be any of the others.
Cool.
So you can choose which one it is.
Yeah, yeah.
The drawback of the robot is he's not biological.
Okay.
Because the main part of this world is in the Industrial Revolution, they dug too far. They found this mystical shard thing. We don't know if it came from space. We don't know if it was under the earth all along, but it lets people mutate.
Okay.
So they're molding this for mutations. Robots can't mutate.
they are synthetic.
Would you like to show them the lovely little mutation from over there? Basically, you're going to draft mutations. You're going to get these little hands.
Oh, dude,
This
that's
is
so
one of
cool.
You can add these onto
That's
there so you
so
can see
cool.
what the little mutation is.
Are you kidding me?
It's so cute, isn't it?
I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm done. That's it.
And literally, when you then play that character, it has a special power when you play extra.
So you've changed the purpose of that work.
Yes, yeah, or you get a boost. You get a boost.
Ah,
The
cool.
thing is, you get another boost if someone places their worker after yours. You may have to pay for it as you're using it twice,
But
but obviously that puts them off going in that location.
I
So
see.
you can influence people in a little way by putting your mutated worker in a certain spot, and then they don't want to go somewhere else. Now, there's 3 locations where we're mining, and then there are 3 locations that get you points in different ways. This is like the circuit, the underwater location.
Okay.
Where you've got a city down here, and you're spinning around here getting bonuses. Variable goals, they work in different ways.
nice.
Over here, this is the first of the cities, the amphibious city. Then we've got the one stuck over up in the mountains up here by the big giant crab. Then over here, we've got the desert. The lizards work over here. Over here, we've got the giant floating tree. They like to buy resources off you and give you money for it.
Nice.
There's a set collection here to get more points. There's another way of getting extra points in the game. But you need shards to pay for all the other stuff. So going here and getting resources is important. But you can also pay those resources to go into here where it's kind of stocks and shares. It's this weird floating location. And the person who's the people who are further in, you get more victory points the higher up you get in here.
It is these
But also, certain people, like my good self, give you more victory points depending where the marker is. So, for some reason, I don't know what they're trying to say, but I'm all about gas.
I didn't want to say, Will.
Thanks. Appreciated. Do keep on the down low. This isn't going out live, is it? No?
No, it's not live.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll stop.
You can laugh.
Fantastic. So, is this out now then?
This
Will?
is literally going into Kickstarter on October the 14th. So we are on the cusp of it. At the
Spicy
moment,
hot,
we are revealing bits and pieces. The first reveal was that David Turtsey has done the first expansion for it.
Oh, cool.
So what he's added is a series of cards that are the normal downtrodden people of this world.
Yeah.
The non-mutated. There's a card, you draft cards at the start of the round, and you either choose to raise up the people, and they will give you a special power to use, but the boss won't be happy with it.
Right.
Or you can stamp on the people.
Okay.
And like basically get more stuff out of them. But obviously, it's not
it's
really
not-
nice. It's not great.
Bad for morale.
Yeah, bad for
Bad
morale
for
as
morale,
such wise.
bad
So
for
you've
morale.
got a nice kind of 2-way you can play it as such wise.
Fabulous
And it
stuff.
works really. It's a really nice and there's another expansion and a solo mode designer to announce it as well.
Magic.
So yeah, how's that?
It's pretty good. Let's come back round. Thank you.
You're
folks.
welcome. Anytime.
All right. So, Dranda Games' lineup, Will, is absolutely amazing right now. I think it's a fantastic series of games. And what an amazing show to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm very, very lucky to have turned a hobby into a job, really, a small job.
Phenomenal stuff, absolutely. Phenomenal stuff at Dranda Games. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out all of Dranda Games' stuff because it is amazing. I think they're on the cusp of absolute greatness. Will, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Game reviews for you and me. What's to be? Here's what you should play and see.